Hello, everyone. This is Stacy Quackenbush, and I am with Third Academy, and I am here with Alex Cooper of Footprint Analytics. Say hello, Alex.
Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm happy to be here yet again with Third Academy. Um, Always a pleasure joining up when you guys metaverse and saying hi to everybody. And it's good to see you again, Stacy.
Yeah, always great to have you here, and love what Footprint Analytics has been up to. Let me just give everyone who doesn't already know Footprint Analytics just a little bit of context of what you guys have been up to. You guys provide API and visualization tools to uncover data across chains, including NFT and GameFi data. And I'm totally impressed that you guys collect, parse, and clean data from over 20 chains, 2,000 GameFi protocols, and over 500 DeFi protocols. What? That's incredible. Can you give me a little context of how you guys got started and how you ended up with Footprint?
Yeah, so I guess a little bit of how we got started is kind of long journey for the boss. So our big boss Tony, he originally started as a Bitcoin miner back in I think it was 2007. I think it was oh no, not 2007. Sorry, 2011. There we go. He's a pretty early miner when it came to Bitcoin, and he had a bunch of different ventures for all over the place, from China to India to Mexico, and one of the things that it really ran into was a bunch of compliance issues with the government, and it kind of got shut down, unfortunately. So for Tony, since we already had the team, which another cool fact about the team from Footprint is that most of the core members have been working together for about 8 years so far, even before Footprint has started, which is super cool.
That is super cool. And I actually have
Um,
to say about the Third Academy team too. We've been many of us have been together for many years, and there's something about that kind of magic that just makes great products.
Yeah, I totally agree. And the kind of the working atmosphere at Footprint is like something I've never experienced. We believe in what's called radical transparency. So that means every single meeting, every single heads meeting, everything like that is. Oh, sorry, every single heads meeting is kind of broadcast for the whole team to see. So there's nothing really kind of hidden. Everything's out in the open. So it gives you really good confidence with everybody working, which is sweet. I At first I was a little apprehensive about it. I've never worked in an environment like this before, but I thought it was quite interesting, and it's really grown on me, which is cool. And then yeah, going back to how we kind of started. Ponies kind of after having to deal with the government, I kind of get the next logical step was to go into blockchain and to start dealing with the data, right? So originally, Footprint started as kind of being the that go-to analytics provider that doesn't need to have where you as a user don't need to have SQL knowledge to get a hold of blockchain analytics. And it was kind of a good idea as soon as because right when we launched, it was in the middle of the bull run, right? And that was when everybody was getting into uh, NFTs and crypto as a whole, but not everybody knows how to code and not everybody knows SQL. But as soon as people consider crypto as an investment, and as soon as you have the investment, you are going to start wanting to track it and wanted to make your own metrics. So we decided to, remove that barrier of entry that is SQL, and um, remove that barrier of entry that is SQL, and make it accessible for everybody to offer. And then we've kind of grown from there. We've offered out our APIs, which have been quite a hit. We've also wanted to get the niche in the market where we have the most data, and you can kind of see that right now um, with our 27 chains, over our 1.8 million NFT collections that we have. And then now we've sort of evolved more into providing data infra. So we got some really cool product suites now. We made all of our APIs free for users, which is super cool. We've worked on our growth analytics. We've got the new like Explorer tool with reference data. We call it our Meta Mosaic. And we even got a couple other cool products cooking up here, like a gaming SDK. And we've got an investment AI coming out as well. Think Chat GPT for crypto, which is super exciting. I'm really looking forward to that. Now, when it comes to my journey with Footprint, it kind of just started. I was in I love doing this, but I love selling all my things and going on a big trip. I just love doing it. Move out of my place wherever I'm at, sell everything, sell my car, and just go on a long vacation. And during this long vacation, I was with my buddy in Mexico, and he had a place, and he was paying like $800 US a month to live on the beach in a two-bedroom apartment in a gated community. I said, I want to do that. And he told me about working online. So I started looking for jobs online for community management, for social media management, and we came across I came across Footprint, and they really liked what I had to offer, and now I'm here. Like truthfully, my growth through the company has been quite amazing. I feel kind of blessed in a way, for off Footprint giving me this opportunity. Originally starting as the social guy, and then moving up to head of BD, which I am now, and I guess the socials guy as well. So I wear a couple hats at Footprint, but it's quite nice and it keeps me busy and it's fresh, right? There's something new every week, meeting a ton of new cool people. Right, I met up with you guys, Third Academy, which has been great. You guys were one of my first partners that we've onboarded on the Footprint, which has been amazing. And yeah, I guess that's kind of our story of how we ended up as a company and how I ended up at Footprint.
Alex, that is incredible. And your story really aligns with what we're empowering people to do here at Third Academy. Get an education, get a remote opportunity, change your life and make good money and really feel satisfied with everything that you do. So let's talk about I love about Footprint is that you don't have to write code to get results, that you
Mhm.
can filter suspicious trades, analyze organic markets, obtain accurate trade data. Like you make it easy for everyone. And I think that this gaming SDK is super exciting. Supposedly, you guys are like dominating the marketplace with like the most comprehensive coverage of chains and domains too. How does it work? Is it a drag and drop system? How do people use it? What are the benefits of it? And how do you get started?
Yeah, so with the gaming SDK, I don't have the most details on it now, but I can definitely drop you guys a little bit alpha regarding. So if you're a game studio out there, or if you're building a game on chain, it's really really important to get your metrics right away, especially so you know who to target, the users to target, and everything like that. So with the gaming SDK, you can just plug into to the SDK and get the metrics that you want right away. So you don't have to wait on Footprint to index your data. You don't have to wait on Footprint to index your chain to index your data. You can just plug right into our SDK and really get the metrics you like off the rip so you can hit the ground running, which is super cool. So I'm really looking forward to this. We have a couple chains as well that are really looking forward to implementing Footprint. So we don't have to go through the hassle of onboarding Footprint and indexing the chain fully. We can just immediately start helping the devs with the SDK, which is quite nice. Because, like I said before at the beginning here, it's really important to get those targeted metrics, those targeted on-chain metrics right away off the rip. So that's really what we're hoping to accomplish with our gaming SDK.
Yeah, that's pretty rad. I mean, I think this is beneficial to like players, investors, devs, and researchers.
Mhm.
I recently heard this stat that 90% of GameFi games go inactive within 30 days. I think
Yeah.
the tools that you provide can really help prevent death spirals.
Yeah, I'd hope so, right? I think you got that stat from me, Stacy, which is great. I love playing
I am
out
a
that.
follower and a fan, Alex. I pay attention.
No, and I think that's a great stat to pay attention to, especially in this market, because if you can get retention, you can keep player retention for a month, and you're able to keep daily active users high. And past a month, like you're in the top 10%, right? You're clearly doing something right, but retention is one of the hardest metrics to keep high, right? Because it's not just looking at the data and know knowing what to do. Is actually implementing new changes and keeping the game fresh for the players. So having a game that has high retention for a month and still has high daily active users and is still sustainable in the long term. I mean, you're in the top 10%, which is a great sign for where we're at right now. And I mean, from there, you can start taking community feedback, right? And you can start taking all the other feedback from gamers that have played for a month and really kind of improve and keep on going from there, which is super exciting. I mean, even looking at the traditional game market, right? Me, myself, as a gamer, it's hard for me to play a classic game for more than a month at a time. So, if you can do that in Web3, like that's just amazing. But, being able to also provide or having the tools so that you can continue to do this is also quite important.
You know what? I would love to have you come back, Alex. Show us the tools, put it on the big screen. We could even do like a gaming event where we can have multiple people gaming in this space as well. We could do a big expo. It would be really pretty incredible. So let's talk about that. But NFTs and gaming go hand in hand, and so curious because I think Footprint has got some really great tools to help with NFTs and the NFT industry. What are your predictions for NFTs and gaming moving forward? Do you have any?
Um, I think NFTs and gaming go quite well together, right? I mean, I always like to use the example of the amount of money I spent on League of Legends skins that I'll never get back. But at least in Web3, like if I get even 60% of that money back or 40%, my wallet would be quite happy. Now, I think with NFTs and gaming, though, there's more options than just skins, right? We can use battle passes, for example, for NFTs, which I think are quite cool. We can do NFT drops for specific events or special drops for really unique events, one of a time events. You can call them legacy NFTs. And I think there's really a lot of options that games can go with the NFTs. So my prediction is really, I don't really think they're going to go anywhere. But also at the same time, I don't think games necessarily need to have NFTs as well, right? I mean, you can have a great game with just a custodial wallet and rewards that are like maybe equal to 2 cents a day. As long as the game is great and it has some aspects of the blockchain, I think blockchain and gaming is here to stay. NFTs and games are probably going to continue to be at the forefront for a while, at least. But it's really, I'm really kind of excited to see where the direction of NFTs are going to go in games and kind of see the innovation that's going to happen behind it.
Yeah, I think that's one of the areas that we're going to see NFTs really thrive in the future, and I'm pretty excited to see what comes of it too. It's a really exciting area to watch, I think, in the Web3 space. But let's talk about something that wasn't so exciting, like the OpenSea killers that were built completely on fake activity. When you looked at the collection leaderboards, you may not even be able to turn that as the market crashed. So, can you talk about like footprints, wash trading filters? Like, how are they used to identify this, and like, what other like tools does Footprint Analytics have for for monitoring this kind of thing?
Yeah, so regarding our wash tray filters, this was really hot for us when volume for NFTs was even in the bear market volume at the beginning of the bear market and halfway through the bear market. I think NFT volume was substantial enough that it was very interesting to track wash trading. So how do we track wash trading? Well, one of the there's four ways that we could do it. Now, I'll see if I can remember the four ones off the top of my head. But it was the NFTs that have been bought and then sold within a certain amount of time, NFTs that have been bought and sold to the same addresses, and then there's another two, but those were some of the metrics that went into our wash trading, and it was quite effective. for determining it. You can even see if you go onto our website right now under footprint dot network, you go to our research tab, you can see some of the wash trade stats for collections right now. But then I think as volume started to diminish more and more and more, it became just pretty obvious that people, everybody was just wash trading. The volume that was there was wash traded, especially on Ethereum, which is crazy. But I think it's going to be a more important metric as the next couple of months here. We're seeing some really big NFT drops. We just saw Bitcoin hit 35,000, so we're going to see a lot more interest coming into the years. I hope so. And with that being said, it's gonna, with more interest and new money and more people coming in here. I think wash trading is going to be a topic that should be revisited in the next coming months as NFTs kind of start popping off a little bit more. Now, talking about some other metrics to kind of help users, one of the services that we offer with our APIs is batch download. And batch downloads are pretty sweet because essentially you can take a ton of data, download it at once, and run ML and AI and yeah, ML and AI programs to determine bot detection, to like symbol protection, I should say. So against bot attacks, which is quite cool. Another thing that we've been doing with our Meta Mosaic is we've been doing some money flow trackers. So imagine like eScan, but with a whole money flow tracker for a malicious address. So this is hopefully going to make it quite easy for people to track malicious wallets and to see and to find the relationship between one malicious wallet and another malicious wallet as well, so they can kind of get the exposure out there and easily track to see who one scammer is interacting with for his five other wallets. So that's going to be quite interesting as it goes forward with our meta mosaic. And there is just a lot of, just by having the data, pretty interesting to kind of see where devs and where analysts are going to place this data, especially with the combination of our off-chain and on-chain data, to see also add in other protections as well for users as a whole. I think yeah, I think we have some good tools cooking here, especially like I said with the new one with the meta mosaic. So I'm pretty bullish on the different ways that people can use MetaMosaic to protect themselves and identify malicious accounts.
It's pretty exciting. It's like high tech investigative work, and it's so beneficial to so many people and entities out there. Such great tools. I wanted to take a minute too to talk about Footprint's investment bot. Can you give me some info on that?
Yeah, so this is super early, but it's also pretty cool. So remember, I was touching a little bit earlier how, it's like Chat GPT for crypto. Well, this is for crypto trends and crypto indicators. So essentially, what you can do is you can, add a prompt. For example, how is the price of Doge coin doing? Just as an example, and it'll pull up a bunch of indicators. It'll tell you kind of maybe good indicators of when's a good time to buy, when's a good time to monitor, or a good price level to monitor. And then even at the end, it'll include a little chart at the bottom. So we have a AI bot in our Discord. This was kind of our test run, which is actually really sweet. You can ask the bot in our Discord how to do a specific query, and it will help you out and write that down. Now, just give me a quick second here. Someone's knocking on my door. Just give me 2 quick seconds. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. I'm back. I'm back and better than ever. So, as I was saying, right, with that AI bot in our Discord, you can really do a lot of things with it. You can get the queries. You can figure out about different. You can ask it about life. It's pretty sweet and pretty informative. So you can. We took that tech and then we've added it to tweaked it a bit to make it more AI, or sorry, not AI, but more investment focused, and it's great use case for VCs, It's also a really good use case for exchanges as well, to help out, beginning traders or even experienced traders on exchanges. Is could be quite a powerful tool, and I'm like excited to see how this AI can really evolve and change kind of the landscape of trading, especially for exchanges. I think it's super powerful tool. And that being said, if you guys are interested in trying it out, we're going to be releasing the alpha probably in the middle of November, maybe by the end of November, beginning of December. So Excuse me. So if you guys are interested in checking that out, please drop me a DM. I'd love to get you on the wait list for that. All I ask is you give me some feedback, what you like and what you really didn't like, and then so we can make it better for you guys. I think this is, you know, going to be something that a lot of people are going to enjoy and a lot of people are going to be using. So the AI is, I, I'm fired up on that.
I am super psyched, and I will be one of the people sending you a DM to get on that list. Really quick, can you, for the people that don't know how to DM you, can you give us a sense of where you're at and how people can contact you?
Yeah, so you can always DM our Twitter. Our Twitter is at footprint underscore data, or you can send me a message on Telegram, Alex C Footprint. You can reach me there. And yeah, if you're interested in doing it, I'd love to get you set up on that. We want as many people to try it out as possible. So we can work out any bugs, work out any kinks, and then really have a full fledged product. And in the meantime, hopefully help you out for any of your crypto knowledge or crypto trading that you might have. So I'm excited about it. Really, that's all I can say. There's a lot more kind of use cases for it coming, but I just can't, I'm not allowed to talk about it just yet.
Can we convince you? Thanks for everything that you've shared thus far today. We have just a few minutes left because we agreed to do a micro session today of about 30 minutes, but we have a great audience here. And I just thought maybe we'd open it up for a couple of questions before we let you go. We know you're about to hop on a plane today, Alex. So thanks again for being here. Anybody in the audience have a question they'd like to ask Alex while we've got him here?
Yeah, where is Footprint based? Is it completely remote, or is there a headquarters somewhere physical?
Yeah, so right now I'm in Guangzhou, heading to the office every single day, which is something that I'm not used to yet after working completely from my house for the last year and a half. But I kind of dig it. It's getting me out of the house a little bit. I'm talking with the team and getting some product knowledge. I'm improving my Chinese, which is great. Um, so yeah, we're mainly based in Guangzhou, but we also have a headquarters in Singapore as well. So. Um, Between those two countries are, I guess so, between these two cities slash city country, you can catch footprint, which is cool.
Amazing. Anybody else have a quick question? We've got a couple minutes left. All right then. If everyone's
Tracy,
wrapped up,
Tracy,
oh,
we have
Christoph.
some questions in Twitter.
All right, bring them on in. Can you read one off to us?
Yeah, sure. Why are most gaming projects ignoring mobile for PC, given that it has more than twice the user base and globally dominates the gaming market?
That's a good question, and I wish I had a little bit of a better answer because I 100% agree with you. I think browser-based games are a little bit easier to implement, just because you don't have to deal with the regulations, especially on iOS to meet. So it's easy to get it kind of kicking off the ground from browsers. But we're going to see a lot of games start browser and then eventually move to mobile. So that's if you got a game that you really like, stay tuned. And they've got a lot of research coming out. I don't know if you saw the chain analysis demographic report, but a lot of the adoption is coming from Southeast Asia right now. And games, especially in Vietnam, are super hot. And a lot of people in Vietnam, they don't have computers that can handle gaming right now, but everyone seems to have, a second phone that they use just for gaming. So we're going to see, and I think devs are picking up on this really quickly. So we're going to see a lot of games, especially on the blockchain, really be focused on the mobile coming up here. And just because Southeast Asia is the market to hit, so I think just give it a little bit of patience, and then we will see all these games go mobile relatively quick.
I completely agree what you're saying, Alex. And for us at Third Academy, we have a ton of action coming out of Asia and out of Africa and mobile first countries as well. So everything that we're doing in the Web3 space and everything we're pioneering, we're making sure is completely mobile. And we're seeing more and more communities and companies in the space doing the same. Jameson, any other questions from Twitter you want to throw at us?
No, thank you for the answer, Alex, and thank you to the second hill for asking the question.
Yeah, the second hill. Well, that's what's up, baby. Thanks for asking this question. I've been seeing you in the spaces, man. Good to see you again.
Thank you, Alex Cooper and Footprint Analytics. Thank you, everyone who's here today and anybody who tuned in across the social media channels. Such a pleasure to do this with you and looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm especially looking forward to maybe doing some sort of gaming hub or gaming space here on the big screen
Let's
in the Academy metaverse. That sounds really fun. I've been looking to take Footprint and the Footprint account and start trying out and even doing some reviews on brand new Web3 games that are coming out. You know me, I'm a huge gamer. I was even one of the judges for the Web3 Gaming Hackathon at Token 2049 by ABGA. So I'm all about Web3 games, and I love trying out new games. So yeah,
let's make that
that
happen. Let's
sounds
bring it on in.
cool. Cool. All right, Stacy, thank you again for having me. It's always a pleasure being with you guys and seeing you, Mike, and Jameson, Melissa, and Paige. It's a great team you guys got here. I love hanging out.
We're so
Thank
happy
you.
that you're here. What a great time. And I learned so much about footprint analytics. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys. All right, well then I guess.